Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to a special report on home loan affordability. Today we release the Wizard Home Loans Affordability Report for June, which shows that home loan affordability had a record improvement in June in the 6 years that we've been collecting data. This is because of an improvement in house prices, i.e. they've fallen, and also a drop in interest rates from May to June. Now let's have a look at what home loan affordability is and the way we measure it. This is the measure of how much of your median take-home pay is needed to service an 80% mortgage on the median house price now. So what we do is we look at a 2-year fixed rate mortgage and we work out what the median house price is, we work out how much people are being paid in all parts of the country, and then we crunch the numbers and we work out what proportion of the median take-home pay is needed to service the average mortgage, and we've tracked that back to 2002. Let's here look at the history of what's happening to that number. You can see back in 2002, 3, 4, it was around about 40% of take-home pay was needed to service the average mortgage. Now that rose as house prices rose through 2005, 6, and hit a peak in November 2007 of just over 80%. Well, in the last couple of months, it's been improving for the first time, and it's now down to 78.5% of median take-home pay in June, and that's improved from 80.6% in May, and it's actually the best level since February last year. And it's the biggest improvement in affordability we've seen since we've started collecting data in 2002. Now, why has this happened? Let's look at a couple of interesting charts. Firstly here, house prices. They've been falling for the last 3 or 4 months, and they're down 3.4% from their peak. You can see they were on a steady incline from 2002 onwards. Well, they've certainly peaked and they seem to be on the way down. And then secondly, mortgage interest rates. You can see here that they too have been rising since 2004, 2005, and they kept rising through January and February this year. But in the last couple of months, they've started to fall. The average fixed rate mortgage has gone from 9.4% in May to 9.2% in June. And that's because the Reserve Bank came out and said it was likely to cut interest rates later this year. Whether we see continued falls in those interest rates, that's a matter of debate. I have to say I don't think we're going to see those falls in interest rates coming through in the next couple of months. Now let's have a look at what is another key ingredient of the Home Loan Affordability Report, and that's weekly earnings. And you can see here they've been on a steady incline as well, and has certainly perked up in the last couple of months. And you can see also here another way of measuring it, how many median incomes are needed to service a mortgage on a home. That's been on a rise from 2004, from basically you could afford to pay for a house with one income, and that rose over 2 incomes in late 2006, early 2007. It's now back down below 2. And finally, this is another chart we love to throw in here. One that we can't prove it's true, but it's interesting to know that the birth rate actually blipped up in 2007. You can see here, jumped up quite a bit. We think this is because in 2006, 2007, many people who were putting off having families because they owned a house or were thinking of owning a house, decided that it wasn't worth trying to get into the housing market, and instead they'd have a family. That's why we think the birth rate jumped up. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was a special report on home loan affordability for interest.co.nz.